some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some money.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's got some space here. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 50 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Second down and a run by Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lawrence. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 15. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence looking deep for Bennett. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
They'll drop this one off with Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Jags have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
14 Texans, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the catch made by Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Again, it's Johnson. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new season.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Brings up 3rd down.
Let's go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Texans nothing.
Here we go.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Texans! From 19 yards away. And the Texans are back within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Hurry. Unlock line. Unlock line.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and now it's sending him back to the drawing board.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and pain.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready, quick.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Lawrence going to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
19 tight, 19 tight. 18, right in.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go! Go! Hey, Joseph!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Bennett. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
No one left in the backfield as they send a man left. He'll buy some time right. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. But to throw again is Lawrence. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And the Texans take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. McCann for the point after. It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So we've reached halftime in a wild of first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 21 yards away. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. McCann now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, over.
Lawrence will throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for it. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. He gets it left side to Johnson. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 41 yards. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Looking deep for Bennett. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 18. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence looking deep for Bennett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Pierce now up the middle. And some room to run now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Trap 50, trap 50.
first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Texans. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, ETN once more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Now Lawrence. And he wisely will throw that one away.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. McCann for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. First and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on first down, there was no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This is brought in at the 21. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And some room to work. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Pierce gets this one running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. 45 yards. And the Texans add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Running out of the gun with ETN to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 36, Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss. Because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. Looking deep for Bennett. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Lawrence going to throw again. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them, because just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Okay, ready? Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles! Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Jags are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation, the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the time as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next.